Anton De Pasquale on the front row alongside Will Davis, and then Jamie Whincup and Will Brown. The avalanche of supercars warfare continues at Sydney Motorsport Park, and a great drag race between the teammates. They are neck and neck. De Pasquale and Davison will fight it into turn one, and Will drop in. No, he doesn't. He stays high and wide on the outside. Is the issue, and they almost sideswipe on the run to turn two. He continues the battle. Whincup down the inside of Brown, who's very high. Up on the inside is Mostert, and out the other side comes De Pasquale in the lead.
Superb job, Will Davison there. Right round the outside as they bump. Whincup and Brown, they bump on the way into turn four. Will Brown does not give him the spot, but now Whincup's on the inside. Chaz Mostert's going to try to take the spot from Will Brown. He gets up the inside at turn five, but he can't make it stick.
Absolute professionals, racing hard and all dropping into position at turn five. They did a beautiful job. Brodie Kostecki tries to round up Scott Pye at turn six. They're all hunting Shane Van Gisbergen back there at the moment. Pye down the inside, Kostecki on the outside as they come to the hairpin right-hander, and there's a squeeze going on there. Brodie tries to keep the nose up on the inside. Scott gives him some space. Lot of congestion at the back of that pack, and we saw trouble at turn 8 yesterday. Pye escorted out just a little wide, gets a bit of motocross action going. Now Brodie gets up on the inside of him. It is on out there at the moment, and now Waters plunges down the inside and tries to make good that move, and he's got him. All this, meantime, is a battle for 15th position. It is on up and down the field at the moment. James Courtney's a long way down the order. He's down in 23rd position at the moment. Waters up on the inside, side by side into turn one. That typically ends poorly. Just a little slice of the action down there in the first lap or so off the start, race 27. Oh, Luke Hilton and Gary Jacobson. And you don't want to see that stuff going on down there. And Tim Slade, he's got a lot of experience in these cars. He just sneaks underneath and stays out of all the trauma.
Roughly 2.5 seconds away from perfect. And Courtney, who's just basically Ari Vartenden all the way over the hill from the end of turn 3 to the approach of turn 4. This is on board. Repco replay. I wish I could get out of the grass.
I'll be watching him on the other side of the garage as well, because there will be an inter-garage battle. Confirmation on screen of those track limitation warnings that are being issued. So this one for Will Brown that I picked up on the radio a moment ago. And the key to watch here will be the rejoin of Anton versus his teammate Will Davison.
And going 4 again. So the reusing of the tyre that Ludo was making reference of, that we have been strategizing, and the controversy, here's his teammate. So the undercut has absolutely worked there. Remember, he was about a second and a little bit behind when he come in. But remember that he come in on, what was that, lap 10, Neil, wasn't it? It was lap 10.
Yeah, lap 10 for Will.
Yeah, he took 2.
Lap 14 for Anton.
Okay, that's 3 tyres for Whincup, not 4. So I've led you astray there.
Who was that?
Confirming a 15-second time penalty for car 14.
The bit that really matters is he's got 30 seconds over. Okay, here's what happened. So what's gone on there is that Todd has gone more than 2 garage lengths, I think is the way it's described in the rule, before he's actually merged. So he sat alongside him too long.
Definitely Anton's been able to latch onto the back of car 17 reasonably easy over the last 2 or 3 laps. But as I was saying earlier, once you get in the aero wash and you start to make everything hot, tyres are hot, brakes are hot, engine's hot, driver's hot, you do have a diminishing return. I think there's 4 laps difference in the tyres.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. And we're free to race, thank you, is what Ludo has just reported to Anton. You are free to race, thank you. And that means dive down the inside and grab him, but don't hit him.
The other thing that I'm just keeping an eye on the numbers here at the moment is that Mostert's catching Whincup as we keep one eye on this battle. And just in the background, you saw a glimpse of Chaz, who's got to 1.1 seconds from the back of Jamie.
Go.
3 tyres for Van Gisbergen also. Now, the interesting thing is, Anton by him.
And and he checked up. So Will just checked up on the throttle in the middle of the corner there and just let him slide on by. So that changes the lead for the race. So Di Pasquale comfortably able to go by. We're now looking at Will Brown, and Will's got Scott Pye in front, Mark Winterbottom right behind. So he's been right in the thick of all the battles today. There's Frosty having a peep down the inside at turn 4. That's going to be very close there as that gap slowly diminishes, and Nick Percat's right in this as well. Jamie Whincup is out of lives now. He's exploited every last millimetre of the track limits around here. We've got 9 laps remaining, so he can't transgress one more time or he'll get a penalty for his trouble. And Chaz Mostert will be made aware of that. Need to keep an eye on that. We've been talking about the fact that he's using them to good advantage.
Bang.
Look at the difference there in the mid-corner speed. Wow. That's
Bad sportsmanship flag car 20, bad sportsmanship flag car 20, exceeding track limits.
Scott Pye.
On how he was able to accelerate the car. This is this mad wide line that he takes, and he's been using it to great effect. Whincup now having a look at Davison. This is for second spot. And he's got down the inside, he's got it done.
So Shane's come off that last corner very strongly, and that's another spot. So that gets him up into 5th position. And he's down there, he's down there. He's going to give him a bit of a nudge down the inside. He leaves him some space, and he gets there. But it's not over until you get to the right-hander at the hairpin. Side by side, millimetres between them. There is nothing, absolutely nothing between those cars, and a very light rub. And Will stays down the inside and holds that track position. That was great motor racing, and still the battle goes on. Side by side, push and shove. Red Bull versus Shell on the run to turn 9. There is nothing in it, and Davison hanging on, clutching at this thing as he slides. Whincup up the inside. Here comes Mostert on the outside. Now Jamie gets through. What a battle. Watch for Mostert. He's into the back of them as well. This is Supercars at its best.
That was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Great driving by Will Davison and Jamie Whincup and Chaz Mostert to finish that off. I was just about to say before that all got really vigorous. It's only 2.9 seconds now. He's a second lap faster.
He's at him. He's giving him a little nudge in the mid-corner, so Chaz gives him a little thump. And Will holds the inside here at 3. Both of them are traction limited, and he wipes across the rear bumper, and Mostert clears him. Meantime, Van Gisbergen's getting closer. Chaz runs very, very wide as they get through 4. Will makes an attack on the outside at 5 for the crisscross. He'll try and get up here on the inside when they get to 6. Chaz is traction limited when he comes out of 5. He had to search for the concrete. Here comes Davison down the inside and just gives a little love bite to that rear bumper. Now he's up the inside once more, but drops back in behind. He might go for the dive bomb down here at 4. Stays in the line.
Will Davison was in on lap 10. Van Gisbergen in on lap 19. Van Gisbergen, with those fresher rear tyres, will definitely have a drive traction gain. Where does he get the best usage? Where does he get the best yield? It might be here. It might be right now. Up out of 6 up the Corporate Hill. He's got the nose in there.
But Will's got the inside for the right-hander, which makes life tricky. Oh, is he going to run out of space? Shane tried to shut down that margin and shut down that gap, but it didn't work. Now he'll go for the crisscross. He's already put that to a good use so far this weekend. It's good square drive out of turn 8 for Van Gisbergen, and he's got a little straight line advantage as a result of it, and clears car number 17. That is Shane up to position number 4. Gasses it up, slides it sideways out of the final corner, and once again, I repeat the phrase, Anton Di Pasquale, a winner at Sydney Motorsport Park.
Thank you.
And look at this, look at this. Check this out, will Van Gisbergen get the run on him? I think he's got him right at the death knock. They've got the side drive thing going, he beats him by 200 or 300 mil. How was that for a drive at the end?
That was Lightning McQueen stuff. Was it by a tongue at the end? There was nothing in it. That is an extraordinary drive to get onto the podium by Shane Van Gisbergen. Adam de Bore gutted the engineer for Chaz Mostert. I thought it was settled. Wrong. Here we go. Here. We watched cars at our joint just this week, so I'm familiar with what this replay looks like. You get there by a tongue. So fantastic, Shane Van Gisbergen. How cool is that? Look at the margin. Check it out. It's not much more than the width of the front bumper. Wow, how cool. Here's the other angle.
Oh, that's a better angle, isn't it? There's nothing. It's actually less than the bumper, isn't it?
Lightning McQueen and Chick Hicks. Great racing. Well done, Shane. Race it to the last millimetre, literally in that instance. Let's check out those results for you. Oh, worn out after that one. Anton Di Pasquale, 6 seconds. And a nice, comfortable drive for him, and 100 points, plus another 5 for the fastest lap. Jamie Whincup in second position, Shane Van Gisbergen in third, Chaz Mostert, Will Davison, Mark Winterbottom, Nick Percat, Will Brown, Brodie Kostecki and Todd Hazelwood. And Todd's got that penalty that gets corrected in the final results. And then further down the order here, you can see Slade, Smith, Kostecki, Luke Youlden and Gary Jacobson. And a 5-second time penalty for car number 44.